Welcome everyone to another video for Moonscape. This is Erlan, your game designer for the game, and I'm going to show you in this video the attacking gameplay. So this is how you can attack the cities of other players that you can see here in the map. So for this video I had prepared one city that will include all the rover functions upgrades. So basically the skills of the rover. So you have attack. This is as we saw it in the previous video. Attack and rate of fire. So how fast you can attack. And what I'm going to do for this video is that I'm going to attack first, so you can see how it works, and then come back and do the skills, so you can have a better understanding of how the skills work system. So the goal of the game, so before you start, you can click on the city, right? And you will be able to see what kind of resources you will obtain for that specific building. So right now everything is the same, but in the final version of the game, on the release version, each building will have a specific resource that will be higher. So for example, if you have this building, the fortress, you will have, let's say, rocket juice will be higher. So instead of 5,000 every average, it will be 5,000 and 7,000 rocket juice. It's just an example. This won't be it won't be fixed numbers. It will be a percentage of the total resources of the enemy. Remember, you're going to steal the resources from the enemy. You're going to take them from them. So you can check the buildings before you attack. This will be important because it is a test version and I have God mode, so I can have everything. But in the final version, you will have a limited amount of attacks. So it's better to check if the buildings have the number of resources. Maybe the player has been using, the enemy has been using a lot of their resources, so the resource level is very low. You prefer to attack another one. Then you simply click attack, and you start the game mode. So in this, you have 1 minute to attack and complete it. And after that, the game will finish, like the attacking mode will finish. All these turrets are continuously attacking you, and they have, as you can see, they have a range and a speed and also a damage that will do to your rover. This will be improved with the city defense feature, the building that I explained in the previous video. So this is by default is at level 1. So at level 10, for example, the speed of this bullet will be much higher than it is right now. Very difficult to avoid. While the city has this dome, the red dome, you cannot attack. So or more specifically, you can attack, but it's not going to go in. So I need to time my shoot, so this is what will happen. If you finish the attack, you will have an amount of resources. If you don't destroy any building, of course the resource will be 0. So let's go again. So I need to time my shoot so it lands before the dome goes back. So let's try it now, and then I land, and you see it attacked. So this is how the game works. You have other weapons, but because everything was at level 1, my weapons are not available. At level 1, no, I didn't create the skill. I need to create the skill before I can use the weapon. So we'll do that after we continue with this fight. The controls for attacking are very similar, but instead of pressing the spacebar, you need to hold it and release at the moment you want to attack. Remember, you only have 1 minute. So it's kind of difficult. It's not supposed to be easy to as you can see the rate of fire. If I attack, then I fail. I cannot attack immediately. I need to wait for this to fill. And as you can see, I am very bad. So now let's go back to our city to improve our rover and try to this time to do a better work. So I already created this with the attack and boosted to level 3. So let's do the next one. The next one will be speed and defense. So resistance. So HP, it will be changed to defense, but it's the same. So how much HP your rover has to withstand all the attacks before it's being destroyed by the enemy turrets. So you can upgrade the building as usual. Then we have precision, accuracy, as I explained before in the previous video. You need to watch the previous video. In the previous video there is a triangle here always, and the accuracy will be how big is the triangle, and the range is how far away your rover can be. So remember that in the previous, when I attack the base, it has like a building in one side and another building in the side. If I select this building, you can change the selection of the building with your keyboard or just clicking on it. We will see it later. If I am too far, so let's say my rover is here and the building is here, then it's not going to attack. Like the bar will be empty. We will check that in the game, when we go back to try to destroy at least a few buildings in the base. So you've improved that with range, so you can attack further. And then we have the weapons. Weapons are very strong and useful, but they are very expensive. So if you want to improve the weapon, it will take a lot of resources. Missiles, what it does is that the missiles can go across the dome. So even if the dome is on, if you use the missile, it will land no matter what. And the railgun is that you click on the space bar and it automatically attacks. You don't need to do the aiming part. So let's do some upgrades to our skills and see if we have a better time now. As again, I am in God mode, so I have all the resources I want, but you won't. So you need to plan ahead how you want to upgrade your rover. This one. Accuracy. Let's increase all 4 or 6 skills to the maximum level. Maximum level of the building. I could increase the building more, but let's not do it for this video at least. And something I wanted to show you is that the buildings change. When you increase the level of the building, not for every level, but every 2 or 3 levels, it will change the visual aspect of the building. So the building will look more powerful. So this is very important to have in mind. When you So we have this skill, right? And attack is simply more attack, like the damage you do is higher. Rate is simply faster. But the weapons doesn't work that way. The level means how many you can use. So at this level 3 means I can use 3 missiles and 3 railguns per battle. They automatically refresh per battle. You don't need to buy more. So this is very useful. So let's increase the building to a higher level and increase these two. So I can show you how useful they are. Again, this is all placeholder, so it's not going to be like that in the final game. This is just for us to test quickly. It will be much more expensive. Like the point, the strategy you need to figure out is how to get the biggest amount of resources in the shortest time. So let's go back and attack the same enemy, poor enemy. So in order to avoid like a high level player just destroying a low level player over and over again, your city can only be attacked, sorry, your all your city. So per player you can only receive a low number of attacks per day. So it's not final the amount, but let's say you can only be attacked 3 times per day. So you are attacked by another player, then another, then a third one, and then you are not going to show in the map anymore. Like your cities are going to disappear from the map of any other player. They cannot see you, so you cannot be attacked too many times and lose too many resources. So to avoid that. Okay, so let's try to attack again. Now you can see we have this, and this is, let's use it. Let's use the missiles first. So I have the building selected. I can select another one, and if I click here, now it's selected, right? As you can see. And I use the same, the spacebar. So let's wait until the dome goes up. And sorry, this is the red. Let's use the machine. It's missiles. Okay, so now I can shoot and it will land, no matter where if the dome is up or not. I don't need to care about that. But I do need to care about being really bad at aiming. That will affect, will expend my missile. Like even if I don't use it, it will still be removed from my token. And now the railgun is much easier to use. So you simply click and automatically attack. And that's it. So let's go and attack again. As I say, they will be immediately recovered. So you can basically spend one, like use one and then use the other, so you can attack at any time. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to have this selected. So you can attack at any time. Okay, I think no. As you can see, one big important part is that you are good at using the game, not like me. And when you, let's see if we can manage to destroy that building. Oh, come on. If you can manage to destroy that building before time runs out. Okay, yeah, because I don't have the building selected. So let's go close. So let's wait for the time and go inside again. So now let's focus. Let's try to destroy that building no matter what. So because my rover has the durability, the HP kind of high, I don't need to care too much about being attacked. But when you don't, it's going to be very, very important. Probably it's better if we just go in. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to. Need to be selected only. So let's go closer. So if you go closer, it will be even easier to attack. Like this triangle is very big if you go closer. So if you are a good player, not like me, it should be super easy to attack. But of course, if you are closer, that means you are closer to the turret. So it's much difficult to get. Let's see if this time we can make it. I only have 15 seconds. And now a normal attack, and we do it. Yes. So now the building is destroyed. So that means I will get some resources. This again is okay. Yeah, you see, I get some resources. It's not going to be like this amount. This amount is really high. It's going to be a percentage of the total of the player. I mean, could be. Just this is very high. So in this case, will be a player that is storing a lot of resources, and you get every time you destroy a building. So if you are a good player on this gameplay and you manage to destroy 2 buildings, you will get double, and so on. If you manage to destroy 5 buildings, you can get a lot. And that's it for this video. I hope you like it, and see you next time. Bye bye. 再见. Ciao.